The Man's Rise, Becky Lynch Road to Wrestlemania. In this wrestling topic, well, it is obvious that we're talking about her 2018 up to 2020 run before she actually got pregnant. And we're going to talk about her title reign and what are the obstacles leading to it. And for today, this is also my 1000 sub special, which we talk about the most over person in 2019. People are cheering for her everywhere and anywhere, in every arena, starting from that huge turn in 2018. So let's start in this topic. And welcome back, guys, and this is Mike Rato, and welcome to a new episode of Wrestling Topics. Thank you for supporting me, and now we're at 1000 subscribers, and I hope we reach more than 2000 in the near future. Here we go. In 2018, well, there's a storyline. And that storyline, well, we have Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Carmella. And in that time also, let's notice that the fans are tired of Charlotte Flair winning the title. While she is always on the top regardless of the brand, from NXT to SmackDown and now to Raw. And people got tired of her winning every title that people start labeling her as the female Roman Reigns or female John Cena. Which I think not all superstars, especially in the women's division, got the same success as her. And now in 2020, fast forward, she is a 12-time women's champion, which no doubt her athleticism, her talents, and everything towards her is great. She's awesome, and her movesets, and if you think about it, she's not the same as the Divas division before, which it is almost like 5 minutes for every match. With the four horsewomen, they actually revolutionized the women's division, and it actually spread to the women's division of the WWE. And people may say it started from them. People may say it started from AJ Lee and Paige era, which they actually had matches on pay-per-view. Which a lot of people have different arguments, but I'll let you decide on which the women's division actually start. If it is on AJ Lee and Paige, or the previous eras, which Michelle McCool and the others, Trish Stratus and Lita, and many more. So let's go back to the topic. Becky Lynch, by this time, well, she's not even noticed by the crowd. They are just cheering for her. And the SummerSlam match happened. After the match, she turned heel, which ironically, people loudly cheer for her. Because of the success of Charlotte Flair, they got tired of her. And now the heel turn started, and people are cheering for her, which actually debuted the character of the man. In the following weeks, well, Lynch is trying to her best to remain as a heel, but unfortunately for her and the WWE, people are still cheering for her, and she is one of the most over superstars in this time. So people actually think that she's actually a face or a tweener by this point, or probably a heel by WWE booking. So yeah. And also, well, she won the SmackDown Women's title here, which after she defeats Charlotte Flair. And yes, she actually got injured, which a dream match between her and Ronda Rousey got cancelled because of a botch, which involves Nia Jax, and people actually hating her because of this said botch, and people are actually calling her names because of her ring thing that she actually made others injured. So fast forward, well, the fans support are more than ever, and she's actually being compared to Stone Cold Steve Austin by other fans, which in this hype, the people are supporting her and they are at her back. When she returned, well, she had the rivalry with Asuka and she lost the title, and for now, people are asking what's next for her. And in the Royal Rumble event, well, she won the whole thing. With her fiance by that time, Seth Rollins, the duo actually won their respective Royal Rumble matches. And the storyline started from here. The last person in the Rumble is Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, and Becky eliminated Charlotte, and then the storyline begins with Becky Lynch and Charlotte just actually having a storyline fighting each other. And Vince McMahon actually got involved because this time he's actually acting as a heel, both on Becky Lynch's storyline and the New Day storyline, which he is actually against by the superstars, which he by this time testing their will if how can they go for the title shot. Will they do the thing to get them over by this point? The fans are actually on their backs. Will they retain this fan support? That's I think the WWE backstage are thinking by this point. Are the fan support are going to get tired of them before WrestleMania or after? Which the creative by this time is actually great of. So the match is actually had a lot of things, and Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey set for their rivalry, with Charlotte actually being involved yet again. And by this time, we all know that people are treating her as a heel because of the stated fact that she's actually a talented person regardless of her role. And by this time, people are hating her because of her title reigns, and they got tired of her. That's why WWE turned her heel, which Charlotte Flair is actually using these accomplishments as a fuel to make people hate her because she knew how to get heel hit. So the storyline progressed as that, and then Becky Lynch has actually had a injured leg. I'm not sure if it is a knee, a leg, but she's limping. And yeah. So the match at WrestleMania, well, people may say it's actually a botched ending because of the reaction of the people in that match. And that match is actually the last match of Ronda Rousey as of now in the WWE. Which I think she got, which rumors spread that she's actually pregnant, which I'm not sure whatever is happening to her now. So Becky Lynch got her greatest moment at WrestleMania, and to think that they main evented before CM Punk did. So the women's division got over at WrestleMania, which they are in the main event. And Becky Lynch is the double champion. Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair had their different special entrances, while Becky Lynch just got her normal entrance, walking and strutting to the ring. And that ending, which is a roll up, and then it's the match conclusion. So what's next for her? Well, she became the longest women's champion in Raw, I think. Raw Women's Champion for having the title, I think 400 days exact, or 399 or 398. From WrestleMania up to before Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which she announced that she is pregnant. She got a lot of storylines, which she actually fought Charlotte in a rematch, and then tag team with Bayley, and then Bayley turning heel, Sasha turning heel, and then Sasha challenging Becky Lynch, and then after that a rivalry with Asuka, and then at WrestleMania a rivalry also with Shayna Baszler, which by this point, just like other things in pro wrestling, fans actually got cringed by her character and starting to turn on her, just like what they did with Kofi and Seth Rollins, which the fans are tired of this man character and they want something new and refreshing for them to see in her presentation. Which for now, well, if she returns, she will be more over after her pregnancy. And yeah, well, fans are actually turning on people when they win championships or there's a storyline that they don't like. For example, Kofi versus Orton in that one match which people booed them because of the countout result. And they booed Kofi and they support Orton, the heel at that rivalry. And for Becky Lynch, the internet fans are turning on her, claiming a lot of wrestling pages that they don't like her character anymore. So that's that. But if you think about it, people like her character because it is a new edgy character, and it is also refreshing to see that the women's division are treated as great compared to their divas years because of these four horsewomen, both from WWE and UFC, which the UFC horsewomen actually came in NXT and somehow compete on there. So yeah, without of course of Ronda Rousey, who actually competed directly at main roster. So what is my conclusion for this, the man's rise of Becky Lynch? Well, Becky Lynch Road to WrestleMania can be actually produced in WWE games in the future. Because if you think about it, well, the storyline is great by its own perspective. The organic rise, and it is not actually pushed, that is actually pushing down your throat. Which, unlike some superstars that they are winning a lot of championships, but the fans don't agree with that idea. And it is also great that people are actually invested in the women's division unlike before, which people are now tuning in for the different divisions in the WWE, not just for the male division, but they think also for the women's capability. And because of that, even a pay-per-view dedicated for them and for them only was actually created, and that is Evolution. And in that Evolution, well, WWE has made also a great match between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. So yeah, the women's revolution are actually a great thing for the women's division. And because of these efforts by different athletes and different pro wrestlers and different superstars, well, they got over organically by the fans and they supported them until they are on top. But the reality is that not all of the fans are agreeing with each other because a lot of people are actually complaining through the internet, which may actually cause a lot of problems from the booking itself, which actually some has actually affected the booking itself, and some actually they ignore it and they continue with their storyline. So that's it for the man's rise, Becky Lynch Road to WrestleMania. And I hope you like this 1000 special. And this is again Mike Rato, and I hope you had all a good day. And as I told you, let's reach 2000 subscribers and let's enjoy our days. Take care and peace.